Hey everybody, welcome back to Creating Scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Um, Need to explain a couple things. Some people are having problems getting their BagaPie objects into the sim. Well, I think I totally spaced out and didn't tell you that there's a few things that you need to do in order for that to work, okay? So, we're going to create a quick, I'm not doing anything with the modifiers or anything like that, but we're going to create a quick beam tower. So let's hit J. Well, I got to make sure I focus on the right windows here. Hit J to bring up the context menu, and then we're going to create a wire beam. Okay, remember the last video was creating a tower. All right, so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to come over here, create a new material. We'll call this red for now. Okay, like I said, I'm not doing anything fancy, but we're going to give it its orangish, reddish look, and we're going to add some metallic to it, bring down the roughness just because we can. All right, then I'm going to go to the modifier stack and I'm going to apply that red material to the tower. Okay, and let's go into viewport mode here so we can see our material. All right, now before you export, you have to, I know this is kind of a pain in the butt, but it, this BagaPie is doing a lot of work for you already. You just have to do some cleanup stuff in your collections. Okay, all right, so we have the tower created. Okay, do it whatever you want. Make sure you get your tower created the way you're supposed to. Now come over here, and in the realize instance, you're going to make this one. Okay, which makes it all one piece. Each component is now not an instance, but it's an actual object. All right, then you are going to apply that modifier. All right, so now the BagaPie modifier is applied. All right, now look at the table of contents here. All right, now remember, for creating an object for MSFS, all right, if you remember, you need a main collection. Your collection should be the name of your file. Okay, for instance, I did this a while back in it, and I made the object for my sim project called BagaPie Tower. All right, so make your collection. You can actually get rid of, okay, so by default it does collection and then BagaPie. All right, you can go ahead and get rid of that one that just said collection, and you're going to want to rename this collection to whatever your object is going to be called. So we're going to do BagaPie Tower. All right, so this is the name of the collection. All right, so I hit enter, and now, well, I guess you could have done it here too. All right, you could have made BagaPie beam wire. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's go ahead and delete this one. Now we have the BagaPie beam wire. That's the default name, using the BagaPie modifiers to create the tower. All right, if you rename this to the name of your object. Okay, so I did a space tower. Okay, you don't have to rename this BagaPie beam wire down here, but you can. Consistency is nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and select this one, and let's make this space tower, just so we know that the objects are consistent. Okay, so I had to make some changes to the table of contents up here to make it consistent with any other object that we create for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, now you can go into the multi-exporter And notice if you click group by collection, there's that BagaPie tower there, just like we always have in the past, creating objects. Click this if you were going to generate an XML. Click this to go to the location that you're going to save it. And if you look before, okay, this right here, it created the bin, created the GLTF, and it created the XML. Okay, I'm not going to do this, but this is the place. All right, so this is the location that I wanted. Okay, there's the path. Select your level of detail, and then hit export, and it will create the bin, the GLTF, and the XML. Then you build your project. And if you remember how I build my projects, okay, I'm going to slide this over here. So my guinea pig airport 5 alpha 1, here is the XML for that project, and I simply take this left mouse drop and drag and drop it onto the FS package tool, build the project, go into the sim, and it will be there. Okay, and it will be in your object list just like any other object you've ever worked with. Okay, so to rehash this, you'll want the realize instances equal to 1 before you apply the modifier. Then you're going to apply the BagaPie modifier. Okay, and then you're going to change your table of contents to be consistent with any convention that you've used in the past for your objects. So I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, leave comments on here. Please subscribe if you haven't, and if you feel inclined to support me on this channel, buymeacoffee.com/myphysicalworld, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you later.